21号吕冠廷，27号赤坎，29号韩杰玉，56号刘俊廷，68号张博胜。先发球员 Starting Five， 背号3号 Number 3古毛维嘉，4号 Number 4迪蒙，6号 Number 6白萨，24号 Number 34郭少杰，33号 Number 33铂金。总教练 Head Coach Raul Corner， 助理教练 Assistant Coach Sean Killer Martin， 体能教练郭涵博，训练师许英哲，总经理王成伟。台北富邦勇士成军迈入第10年，经历过最高荣耀时刻，也历经了无数低潮，一路走来勇敢面对，遭遇困境时永不放弃，在争取冠军的道路上永不止息。今年将以勇气、团结一心的精神，再次重返荣耀。
每个勇士都有无惧的信念。找回初心。
接到直接补攻。
找回勇气。我们永不止息。Always be brave。
Brave， 台北富邦勇士的球迷们准备好了吗？让我听到你们的尖叫声！接着介绍地主队台北富邦勇士球员登录名单，首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。球员出场，背号1号，能从外线打到禁区，篮板机器人沃特斯 ，Number 1 Brandon Waters。背号4号，后场发动机，能 hold 住目光的全能后卫陈佑伟。背号6号，后卫，帅气与球技兼具，国民姐夫吴永胜。背号11号，后卫，3分冷箭，光芒内敛 ，KJ 洪凯杰。背号12号，后卫，勇士队精神领袖，永远的人气王，野兽林志杰。 背号14号小前锋奇妙老爹本土洋将队长蔡文成。背号23号冲锋陷阵关键福星 ，Number 23 Smart 石伯恩。背号24号后卫敢拼敢打破茧而出 ，TJ 简廷照。背号27号 Catch and Shoot 的外线高炮塔，阿美族射手张镇雅。And now the starting five， 下面介绍先发5人名单。背号00号超强外籍生，体能炸裂的4号位大前锋 Big Mo 莫巴耶。背号0号后卫东北角一哥蓝洋小跑车赖廷恩。背号7号前锋全场狂奔莫测高升金字招牌得分手金恩 ，Number 7 Nick King。背号55号守护勇士的天际线，来自美国的大姐夫维西 ，Number 55 Jeff 维西。球衣背号8号前锋防守大锁，逆流而上的鲑鱼 ，Number 8周桂宇。领队兼总教练许晋哲，执行教练吴永仁，助理教练林伟豪、魏伟、梁道轩，体能教练郑维轩，防护师林武章、彭玉明，球队翻译王义忠，总经理叶宗颖。双方球队最后热身。
ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome back to Taipei Heping Gymnasium. On the ticket is the Tainan TSG Ghosthawks against the Taipei Fubon Braves. This is the second to last head-to-head for these two teams, and it might be a very consequential result for playoff seeding. For the first time in Plus League history, we're playing on March 15th, the day after White Valentine's Day. The Braves last season were chasing the Lioneers for the last playoff spot for the last 2/5 of the season. This season, with a quarter remaining, the stakes are much lower as they're all but guaranteed a playoff spot, but still chasing a squad ahead of them in the standings. The Pilots return from Macau as the runners-up in the East Asia Super League. They're just a couple games from clinching the #1 seed of this season. The Ghosthawks tonight conclude 13 of 14 games played on the Plus League schedule. The Braves are in the midst of a stretch of 7 games in 9 appearances. And the last place Steelers are facing E1. That's elimination #1 from the playoffs. On the Mandarin broadcast is Aaron 杨振磊 and Jason 黄崇超。球迷朋友们，你找到官方的英文转播，要听中文的讲评，这样就按到中文的直播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们 Plus League 的转播都要帮我们按赞。So welcome back to Jason to the Plus League broadcast. The Ghosthawks started this stretch on January 18th, so they've gone through 27% of this league schedule. While not only did they survive, they actually gained a half game over the third place Braves, who on their part, very importantly, returned a couple of players from injury. Beast Lin Zijie on the left and first overall pick international student Mohamed Mbaye both played against the Ghosthawks as their return game from injury. We have minutes played, points, rebounds, and three-point shooting from top to bottom. For Mbaye, he got hurt in the very first game of the season. And indeed a belated return, as the target was right after the Lunar New Year's for the Braves camp. One tricky thing for the rookie is he is right now in his Ramadan fast. Not unfamiliar to Taiwanese basketball fans, as a number of our players are of the Muslim religion and will be going through the March approximate fast, and so this is a topic that has been shared, and one of them we're very proud of is Al-Bashir, who's not only been an MVP of domestic competition, but also the top scorer this season in his first year with a B-League club. And with the return of these two guys, the Braves offense was actually very fired up. 6 players scored in double digits, led by Nick Keem's gang-high 36 points in the last outing against these very Ghosthawks. The Braves won 3 out of the 5 games of the last 2 months and now became a 5-game homestand.
Hello， 电视机前面的观众朋友，大家好！哇，我们睽违了2个月，再次回到熟悉温暖的勇士主场啦。这个礼拜是跟 Momo 一起携手打造的，大家非常熟悉的粉红主题周。好，接下来呢，要为各位介绍我们今天进场可以获得什么样的东西呢？就是我手上的这个便服主视觉手举牌。好，以及呢，在我旁边就是丹丹手上的立顿伯爵茶包，还有呢我们的好伙伴可乐果海苔盐之花口味。好，如果你今天错过的话，没关系，跟大家介绍，明天进场的话可以获得的是我们球衣主视觉的手举牌，还有呢，在我旁边的可爱的 Kisha 手上呢拿着的是我们的阿华田的各式各样丰富商品，以及呢可乐果 mini 原味。好，欢迎大家呢赶快进场，跟我们一起来同乐，耶！
The Fubon Angels explaining to you, the TV audience, there's 2 different kinds of cheer cards if you come in tonight or tomorrow night's game against the Steelers. For the Braves, with a record of 8 wins and 8 losses and a head-to-head advantage over the Steelers, they are looking at M1, or magic number 1, to make it to the Plus League playoffs. And with the remaining slate of games, the Braves have a long runway, but I think their attention is now focused on trying to overtake the Ghosthawks for the 2nd seed and have a home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, with the Pilots waiting for the winner in the finals. For the 3 officials tonight, on the left is Hong Yong-yu, and number 6, Mei Ming-sun, will be the crew chief, and first-year Plus League ref He Xuanwei will round out the staff. Ghosthawks, Nick Perkins, Damon Brooks, Mao Weijia, and Bai Sa will be the starters for the Ghosthawks. And for the Braves, in numerical order, number 0, Lai Ting'en, number 7, Nick King, number 8, Josh Zhou Guiyu, number 55, Jeffrey Whithe, and number 00 is the aforementioned Mbaye. The special event for the weekend is Momo's Fen Ai Ni, lining up well with the White Valentines. And looking at the 2 team starters, the Braves is the same starting 5 as their last game against the Ghosthawks. Meanwhile, the Ghosthawks is their 2nd time with this starting unit, the last being Game 30, a victory over the Pilots. But the big caveat, and one thing we'll keep mentioning this game, Brendan Fraser came off the bench in that game, contributed 26 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. He did have 6 turnovers in the very important victory over the Pilots. In fact, the only victory the Ghosthawks had over the Pilots in this stretch. And we'll break things down further as the Braves in a radiant pink and blue jersey against the Ghosthawks in their white kit. Certainly a very different look, as the tip is won by the aforementioned Ghosthawks. They'll be attacking the basket on your left. Ghosthawks open in the corner, lets it fly, and it's no good. Number 0, lighting into Josh, and back to Mbaye, and he gets the lay for our first score of the game. Mbaye has only played in 2 games as a rookie due to that injury, but he's been a double-digit scorer in both. So Brendan Fraser, not the import of 3 for the Ghosthawks. The first time this season as Damon Brooks leaves it out. Deflected pass, and the Ghosthawks get it right back. Nobody checking number 4, and he lays it in. Assist to Gumao. Brooks took the last game against the Steelers off, but played against the Braves. 18 points, 13 rebounds, 7 of 8 from the free throw line in 24 minutes played. Rifle down low. Would he double team, spins over the left shoulder and hooks it in. As the Braves regain the early lead. Taipei Hoping Gymnasium, as we said over the years, is the most offensively beneficial arena to Plus League competition, as Perkins leaves it short. With the down court and a block shot by Perkins. Perkins had a couple of blocks against the Steelers last Sunday as a nice tic-tac-toe action on the fast break. Tainan in his 5th straight start. When available from the corner, it's number 7, Nick King. He's also been dealing with injuries this season as a whistle comes on the baseline. Another counter fast break. The Ghosthawks typically like to play at a slower pace. If we look at advanced basketball stats-wise, 87.9 possessions per game is the lowest of the league. That averages 90. With 4-point lead, Whithe is pressured, gives it up to Lighting, they want to post up King. Gets the foul, the shot, in and out. We'll have to earn it from the line. The Ghosthawks are a shorter outfit. this particular lineup. At the line is King, who had 36 points and 8 rebounds in the last games for the Braves. Remember, his debut game had double-digit assists and multiple three-pointers made. And legally tapped off the rim. Braves are at home for the first time in a long while. As a whistle against number 0, Tainan. And in fact, the Braves' last homestand was back in 2024, December 28th and 29th. Fubon open from 3. His shot is also a little short as the Ghosthawks combine for an offensive rebound. A little bit of a scramble play. The Braves match up. Now driving and throwing it into the hands of a defender. King's got one man ahead. Josh, good body control, and the Braves continue to expand on this lead. Pushing the pace, and it's been successful. Definitely something Coach Aaron and the staff want to see, as the Braves, when they were home last, actually were swept. Took 2 losses. Of the 3 playoff contenders we have this season, Pilots, Braves, and Ghosthawks at this point. Jamal tries again from 3, that one halfway down and out. The only time besides the Ghosthawks' very first weekend at home where there's been a sweep, as that one's a and one on the 3-pointer. Baisa pays for a second foul as Nick King heating up early in the game. Baisa listed at 183 centimeters. It's not an easy cover against the 203 centimeters of King. We'll see what adjustments are made as we have a timeout on the floor. Braves with the early lead here at home.
下位美女，来比尔换个动作，很好，一起飞翔，好，发送爱心给大家，小朋友，爸爸带着小朋友一起，很可爱，很好，来喽，戴口罩的这位美女，看一下荧幕，哎，很好很好，发现了，谢谢你，来喽，下一位美女，心跳扑通扑通的跳。 别害羞，别害羞，跟着比尔动一动。
The Taipei Fubon Braves mascot Bill hard at work on the Cobby cam. As fans, we are counting down the days of the regular season, and that means it's time to get involved with the Mr. Popular vote. The first stage ongoing right now when you join the P.LEAGUE official line account. Where we left off was Nick King making a 3-pointer and getting fouled. So an early 10-point lead as the Ghosthawks head coach Raul Corner electing to call the early timeout. Changes personnel-wise to bring international student Gabby and overseas Chinese Ethan in as Perkins takes a, oh, it's Damon Brooks, excuse me, taking a hard fall, a foul on the layup attempt. You see Whitty trying to go through the offensive player to lay it up. Damon Brooks from Charlotte, North Carolina, listed at 203 centimeters, and with the Ghosthawks will often play the power forward position, and on the rare occasions even play center. And certainly utilizes his speed against the his bigger opponents quite well, and has good touch. Ghosthawks into a 2-3 zone as Tainan kicks it to King. A contested three, no problem. A hot start for Nick King, 3 of 3 from the field. Now it's Perkins picking up the dribble and deflected out of bounds. Simple zone breaker, double screen across the top. And Gabby needs to stay home on King shooting hot. Backing up, Rumal finds a little daylight, switches to the right hand and misses the layup. Now Wood forced to man up. Tainan takes a catch and shoot and knocks it down. The Braves are running away with this game early. There you see the three-point shooting so far in the night. 0 for 5 for the Ghosthawks, 3 for 3 for the Braves. The Ghosthawks electing not to active Brendan Fraser for the first time this season as Gabby off the back iron. One of the possible reasons as King lines it up and makes another one. Already 21 points for the squad, 12 for King. The only blemish on his night, the missed free throw. Ethan finding a little crease, hooks it to Gabby. How about this catch and shoot three? And finally, the Ghosthawks get one to fall. Ghosthawks on the road might have a hard time adjusting as that pass results in a turnover. Ethan to Gabby, pass fake going underneath and blocked by Jeffrey Whitney. The Ghosthawks, as we see King line up the shot, way too much daylight. Definitely has the range as well. Ghosthawks without the service of Jimmy Zhongro, their local big, with the second most minutes on the team. Without that combination, they've elected to change the import rotations as a turnover, a 2-on-1, back to Walters, and a foul on the reach. Refreshing the game. Number 1, the big man from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Braves getting out to the run again. Walters in the game against the Ghosthawks, 11 points, 5 rebounds in 24 minutes off the bench. Drops in a couple. On the season series, the Braves shoot 65.6% from the line against the Ghosthawks, but the Ghosthawks only 68.5% in their head-to-heads. Now they're zoning up against Perkins. Brooks occupying the middle as the lefty lets it fly, and a perfect all-net shot. A little bit of quick pressure as now Gabby's manned up on King. Changes for both teams as Igor Dimic will replace Brooks, and King will take a seat on the bench. National team guards on the same side as Josh. Cuts to KJ. Baseline looking for an option. Over to Jerry from the free throw line. Can't make the push shot, but they say off of a ghost hawk.
Okay, good call, good call, good call.
This time a baseline out of bounds. 14 seconds on the clock. Zokori catch and shoot from the baseline and another one. Braves unstoppable here in the opening quarter. Looks like Coach Corner is going to have Ghosthawks return to the floor. Well, in our pregame notes, this is supposed to be a very close series. Zoned up against Perkins again. His jump shot just off. Attacking with pace. Jerry getting by the defense and making the lefty layup. Early 19-point lead. Get past. Ghosthawks is covered and a pass intercepted intended for D-Mitch down low. And a brick by Josh, but Braves get another chance. How about Jerry from three? Just a little off. Coming into tonight, the Ghosthawks have a 2-game lead as Gumal launches and knocks it down. Finally stroking a 3 and a little bit of relief. So looking at a big picture, the Braves have 4 games against the Steelers, and considering the two teams' record, it could be a good opportunity as a clean switch by Walters from the right corner. Coming into tonight, 3 wins, 3 losses as the ball is dislodged from Perkins. Open shooting at KJ from the right corner, and he knocks it down. The Braves, in the early goings, have already made 6 3-pointers in the opening frame. Hard to beat that as we still have 3.5 minutes to go. Deflected pass. Ghosthawks having to avoid around some trouble and a foul against Josh. Definitely a positive, aggressive foul. As you see Walters just with the toes on the line, but another made shot, and KJ running to a similar spot in that right corner. Now, just because the shot chart would indicate the Braves are hot from that right corner doesn't mean it's necessarily a zone issue. It's certainly a matchup issue where the Ghosthawks are not stopping penetration, not matching up in fast break opportunities. And the crazy thing about what we see early on as Beast warmed up and in the game is that the Ghosthawks have won the previous 2 matchups here in this building. And not only have they won, they have led for an average of about 44 minutes. We only have 48-minute basketball games. Beast on the downswing, lets it fly, and he swishes it. Braves are scoring at such a fast pace. They need to take a moment here to find all these records as ball gets away. Juga D-Mitch takes a tough shot down low. Beast flipping it back inbounds with the Ghosthawks getting men back. Deflected pass by Baisa. Braves now match up as Lamont Brooks finds a crease, puts it up with the right hand, and bingo. Well, the highest scoring quarter this season in the Bus League was 43 points as the mid-game hug. Referees wanting to stop that action. Here previously, Beast take a very contested shot in front of Baisa. A little hacking game turns into some friendly taps like long lost brothers. Braves in the penalty as Beast drops in the first free throw. His last game with his 6th double-digit points game of the season. Pretty impressive for old veteran with a couple of years on even LeBron James in the NBA. So a much more shortened season, to be fair. Baisa trying to cut through the middle, has that stripped as the Braves get some random passing going on and end up turning it over themselves. So right now to run point or part of the backcourt is number 2 Zhang Zihao with a foul on the entry pass. Mbaye listed at 205 centimeters from Senegal. Alternated between playing power forward and the center at the collegiate level for the NCCU Griffins in the midst of a championship-run dynasty. Slovenian big makes a second free throw. A couple minutes left. Ghosthawks up to 16 points. They were cold from 3 as down low. Walters, good hands. And on the entry pass, get an easy bucket. There's 3 points from the season 5 record set by the Braves in a comeback effort. Right here in Heping Gymnasium, Jerry puts on the pressure. Zihao, that's why you catch with 2 hands. With the left hand, pumps and scoops it in. Zihao's most minutes played this season was February 8th against the Steelers, 9-0-1 on the box score. What else but another 3-pointer by the Braves. And Walters getting in on the fun. Aggressive defense, but leaving a man open as a nice behind the side pass by Zhugadimic and an easy lay-in. There on this score bug, the Lioneers with the league's record 44 points scored in a quarter as Beast lines up a pretty open 3 and easily breaking the record as the Ghosthawks defense has been in shambles this quarter. Baisa is a player that's offered the best 3-point contest. The Braves still make it in as Brooks takes a clutching layup attempt and a chance for even more points. Ball gets away and a bad pass will give the Ghosthawks a chance to defend in the half court, 5-on-5. The previous high in first quarter scoring actually belonged to the Steelers, where they scored 41 points. If I remember correctly, that was also here in the same game the Braves scored 43. King in the right corner looking for an outlet. Backdoor, and they say off of white. Indeed, that 41-point mark by the Steelers November 12th. And the Braves return the favor with 43 in the fourth quarter. And a whistle inside, and will have to be free throws. Ghosthawks, previously a Songshan High, who've taken the most recent high school championship. Have a little bit of bragging rights over teammate PLEAGUE, who's out of the rival Nansan High School. King tries to make the adjustment, and he does. And a 47-point first quarter is a 27-point lead. And after just 12 minutes of play, the Braves looking excellent, returning home.
最热烈的掌声，谢谢富邦 Angels。
Don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we
Welcome back to the broadcast. Your likes on the live stream are appreciated. So how about a 16 for 21 first quarter field goal shooting? The Braves blowing out the competition early. Doing the most damage was Nick King with 13 points. And behind him, Walters with 9 and Beast with 8. And if you're just tuning in, you might want to rewind the broadcast a little bit, as we've had a record-breaking first quarter offensively by the Braves. It's Taipei with the easy runner. So what I was going to say was this season's series through the first 6 games was pretty close, very close in fact. Gumal rifles it to Gabby, driving left. Flipping a pass to Ethan. The quick fire shot is short. Second chance for the Ghosthawks, as Gabby will give it a try and airballs it. Taking a tough shot. Looks like the referees let some contact go. And a take foul by Beast in the middle of the floor. The Ghosthawks have a net plus 12 after 6 games of play, and well, It is, as of right now, completely flipped on its head. The biggest margin of a final score was actually the Ghosthawks beating the Braves here at Hoping Gymnasium on December 28th, 99-85. Ethan taking a tumble and hanging on to the basketball. Braves have done a very good job matching up. Driving kick, how about Brooks on the catch and shoot, so close. Baye ghosting the screen as now he looks for a post-up opportunity against Brooks. Ethan showing double, skip pass to Walters, got a little caught up and shoots the three in Hugo Dimich's face. Besides that 14-point game, the average margin has only been 4.4 points between these two teams. Ethan shot fake, back to Gumao, and that one's blocked as Dimich flips it up for a miss. Might have been a little contact there. As now the Braves will slow play it up. And an intercepted pass. The Braves did commit 4 turnovers, but not nearly as consequential as the Ghosthawks 5. Gabby taking a tumble. There was a foul. That's why you do your push-ups at home, kids. When you turn pro, you might have hard contact like we just saw in the play. Line change for the Braves. Gumal from the right wing, this time too long. And another miss. Brooks in the middle. He wants it back. Counting against King and a bad miss. And they foul on the rebound. Previously, foul corners #1 guy. There you see Brooks with a second personal. Brendan Frazier was one of 2 imports this season that had a perfect attendance. The other being Jordi Chimaga. As you see, that is definitely foul, but Brooks contending his shot attempt actually had a foul against him. Frazier integral to the team as the Ghosthawks with the most minutes played and by far the most imports minutes played, as the 3 other teammates were in rotation. Batted out, and here come the Ghosthawks. Get past to Gabby, he's driving and takes the block shot. Let's see who it's off of. It's off of White. Brendan Smart, fresh in the game, involved with the play. So if you take out Frazier and you take out Jimmy Xie Zongrong, that is the #1 and #2 most minutes played this season for the Ghosthawks. But Xie Zongrong dealing with an ankle issue as he put in some good minutes this past weekend for the Ghosthawks for their last homestand, but is unable for national team duties. High pass to Ethan. He rifles it down low to Brooks. Tough play and makes it in. The Braves have not been able to get on the run, and they will elect to call a timeout. Still with a big lead in the ball game, the Braves want to talk it over. 49-22 is the score here in the second quarter.
今天是2-2一组，或者是2位以上一起来的，先举个手，我看一下。我想要找团体一起来帮我们勇士加油的伙伴。哪里？那2个一起站起来啊，我比较好找到人嘛。很好，这边蛮热情的哦。这边有没有？比尔在往对面嘛。哦，小心，2位哦。这边呢？哪里？弟弟辛苦了，接好哦，好不好？接好。好，2位哦，2组哦，一组2位哦。好，捡到小球的6组来宾，请帮我在第2节打完，来到2边篮筐后方集合。我们今天要
Well, congratulations to the Taoyuan Puyan Pilots and the new Taipei Kings for winning 2nd and 3rd place respectively in the East Asia Super League this past weekend in Macau Studio City. The Final Four, a resounding success. Unfortunately for the Pilots, in a hard-fought game, lost for the 3rd time this season to the Hiroshima Dragonflies in the championship game. A little bit of pressure defense as Tainan dribbles past 4 defenders back to Jeffrey Whitty, and he's fouled on the back line. The Braves want to contend that there might be a goaltending on the layup attempt. Here's the play that the referees on this dead ball can elect to look at. And they will go to the monitor. Maybe is one of the most athletic players here in the Taiwan basketball scene. At 195 centimeters, can really get up. It is very close, as you can imagine the shooter will create an arc from where he releases the basketball to the hoop, especially when you're in that close. So if it is a congruent arc from the release to the inside of the rim, then you can imagine that the midpoint line is when the basketball starts to fall. And so if the ball horizontally goes halfway, then if you take that parabolic logic, then this block shot attempt would be with the basketballs on the way down. Seems there's a more than decent chance that the referees would consider putting 2 points on the board for the Braves. Though Whitty did get quite high up himself. And upon review, they will count it. So an athletic bit to put in the highlight reel, but for accounting purposes, it's 2 points for the 7-foot center from San Diego. Jeffrey Whitty and all of his import teammates are new to the Braves program, as they chose to really make drastic changes during the offseason. On the season, Whitty averages about 17 points and 14 rebounds. He's guarding Brooks as down low. Perkins, a tough bank shot in the face of Smart. Josh, back pass and a block shot by Brooks. And the Braves will be a man short. Jamal over to PLEAGUE. No good. Up ahead, it's the King will lay it in with the finger rolls. Josh still not 100%. Looks like the Braves will have a chance to make a change and address the discomfort that Josh is feeling right now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. KJ will take his place. He Played about 6 minutes in the first quarter, did knock down a three-pointer. Gumal will try a floater himself. That's just off, and the tip-in, no good. Very unlucky first half of play from the Ghosthawks, but again, they are without two of pretty important personnel as the ball just off of White. Talk about how it's a race for second place, essentially going down the stretch between these two teams. But because of scheduling, as KJ finding a crease and blocked from behind by Perkins, and a foul from behind, this time Woodhue will have to earn both from the line as Gabby fouls him. Including tonight, the Ghosthawks only have 4 games remaining over the next 5 weeks, and strictly speaking 6 weeks of the season, as they don't play the last weekend in Kaohsiung. That's the fewest of the field of 4 teams here in the Plus League. Woodhue had 13 points and 20 rebounds, was a team high plus 14 in the last game against the Ghosthawks. One of the conditions for the Braves to win at home this season is they need to score more than 108 points. There are 3 wins, 117, 112, and 108 points. Their losses, 193, 85, and 74 for an 88-point average. Down low, but the Braves leaving Mbaye alone against Brooks, and a tough miss, slip of the hand on that second attempt. Might have heard some of the chatter as players talk about the referees letting a lot of contact go close to the basket. Oh, the Braves are more than halfway to the target then, with 6:39 remaining here in the second quarter. KJ on the curl, it off of his own shin and out of bounds. Thanks to our colleagues in the Plus League office, and also learned that the Braves had 14 assists in the first quarter. That ties a league record and tied the most three-pointers made in a quarter as Gabby banks it home. Ghosthawks will take whatever they can. (27-55) as Jerry passes and cuts. Wants the post off as Mbaye dishes. Back to King, a contested 3 on the way. Maybe the torch that was lit is now been dimmed just a little bit. On the season, Gabby is a 35% three-point shooter coming into tonight. Small sample, 7 of 20. Ugudimic fouled first. Personnel changes made on the floor. One tricky thing for the Ghosthawks is without Frazier in rotation, I think the bigger question is who's going to lead the second unit at point? Unless they're going to have Gumal play the most minutes of the season. And still a tough task. He's getting the down screen and open for 3 and swishing it. He's splashing it from the center, and 58 points on the night for the Braves. A perfect 3 for 3 from number 12 as Gumal with a runner. No. With some pace, but in need of some good looks. KJ just off. Braves trying to improve on this home record in the next 5 straight home games as an airball shot. He's picked up the basketball in a bad spot and will just beat the 8-second violation. And now there's some cross matchups. Foul from behind. Walters was posting up rookie Jie, or also known as Jerry. There you see Beast smartly maneuvering the down screen. Gabby choosing to shoot the gap. Not going to get that much help from Juga Dimic. He's going to stay close to the painted area. KJ, he utilizes the down screen and airballs it. It's not been that kind of game. KJ sometimes will have these inexplicably funny-looking poor games. Baisat to the reverse layup and good. Here in the second quarter, the Ghosthawks are playing better, down 8-9 if you just look at the last 8 minutes of the ball game. Beast off the dribble and he airballs it, so seems like things are back to normal, but with a boosted 28-point lead is not the worst thing in the world. Big to big screen as Perkins looking for Dimic, now gives it up. They're setting up a double ball screen. Gumal working left, no switch. Going right into some trouble, gets the foul. Found a little bit of daylight there, penetrating across the lane. Gumal this season, his most minutes played was back on February 16th in a loss against the Pilots. 36 minutes, 46 seconds, only scored 6 points and was minus 17 on the night. Not to say he couldn't improve on that mark. He certainly is capable. Meanwhile, his backcourt mate Baisa, he played 42 minutes and 24 seconds on November 3rd in a loss to the Pilots. Scored 14, but was minus 19, plus minus. Interesting rotation selection as KJ gets around Juga Dimic for the lay-in. Now a single ball screen, back to Perkins with power, crashing through the middle, and seems like a very risky play to go up against 2 import bigs. Already in better position. Hit out of bounds by Dimic. Is getting no love from the referees. The last home game for the Braves this season will be on March 25th, a Tuesday night against the Ghosthawks, and certainly revenge will be on the mind as an illegal screen or an offensive foul will be called as Walters trying to get into his spot. Under 3 minutes to go. Offensively, The Ghosthawks actually played quite well here in this building. Kick out to Baisa, and he nails it. As the Braves will look to take another timeout. Their rhythm has not been nearly as fast as the first quarter. In fact, being held to 13 points seems like such a snooze fest. They'll talk it over. Well, the Ghosthawks scored 99 points exactly in both games, were 40% from three-point range, and had 6 players score in double digits, with the max only 23 points. Talk about counting on players getting hotter. Gabriel Humphreys, see his most recent 3 games, taking advantage of the minutes he's afforded, as he shared on the most recent 吃瓜第一品牌。
我最近我老婆跟我讲说，有时候我可能说跟她讲说，我希望我可以多做一点，希望我的上场时间可能会比较多。但是她跟我讲一个事情，我觉得很厉害，是她说，如果你要变成更好的球员，不管你上场1分钟还是20分钟还是30分钟，每一分钟要把握。对，她跟我讲这个事情，我觉得我知道她是很好。
我们过往在带他们。
Gabby sharing that sometimes he might be frustrated with his playing minutes, and that always means playing too few minutes for basketball players. Shared that his wife, with the sage advice to say for him to take advantage of every minute he is out there. Fun interview with his head coach of Wannan Keda back in the day. You'd find that on the P.LEAGUE YouTube page. Two and a half minutes to go in the first half. Beast driving, had Walters roll into the basket, and then just off. Braves have been going with this as Hugo Dimic cuts and scores. Both teams going with this 2v2 import situation for a long stretch. JJ picked up his dribble, and now they go right down to Walters. Countering, shooting over the top as Whitty couldn't make the putback dunk. Foul on the drive, and that will be more free throws. Jerry Tainan on the Braves. Previously a member of the Kaohsiung Steelers, in fact, made the All P.LEAGUE first team his rookie season. Trying to find that kind of form with a new club. Nate Perkins has 12 20-point games this season. And that second make will allow for some substitutions. King back in. Reads the defense as Mbaye down low to Walters, who slips through. And an easy make underneath. 11 points for Brennan Walters as the Braves show off a 2-3 zone. Perkins picks and pops as Gumao, no good. On the game, Gumao 1 for 9 shooting. Gary hit on the push shot. Undisciplined defensive contest by the Ghosthawks. And Perkins' third personal foul. Not only is Chen Yue trying to find his form, also trying to justify his national team call-up. Not only for the previous window where Chinese Taipei defeated the Philippines Gilas here at home in a major upset. Also, their road victory in Hong Kong. Ghosthawks probably got away with an extra dribble there. And the Braves cough it up in transition, 3-on-2. How about Baisa made one earlier and another. The Ghosthawks showing a better response here in the second quarter as the Braves have gone cold themselves. Bai shot fake to another three, and it didn't look nearly as good. It's a 22-14 quarter as Chen Yue fouls again. His defense is usually been the thing that's been most consistent about his game. Here looking a little bit slow against the Ghosthawks point guards. On the season, Zhang Zihao is only taking his first free throws. Coming out of Taiwan 体育大学, misses them both and grabs his own rebound as the Braves embarrass themselves with no Ghosthawks besides the free throw shooter on the lane. Chen Yue running a three-pointer is no good, and I think both teams have a lot to talk about in the locker rooms, but the Braves with a humongous first quarter lead will head to the locker rooms up big here against their new rivals here in the Plus League. We'll take a break and get to our halftime analysis after this break.
然后会有12位球迷朋友一起来到场边篮筐后方来集合。我们要先来邀请到刚刚拿到小球的6位朋友，你带着1位朋友，一共有6组伙伴要来到场边来集合。今天要玩的是我们的分享有礼入法，要考验你们的默契。好，来，我们先来抽出我们在赛前的神预测，来看一下哦。 上半场拿到勇士第5个篮板，为勇士拿到第5个篮板的是我们的金恩，所以投给金恩的朋友先留着，先不要急着上厕所哈。好，我们来抽一下啊，来比尔帮我抽好吗？我们来抽3位，可以获得我们由Momo所提供的哦，已经刚好3张了，好，一把抓。 3位可以获得由Momo所提供的 Mosley 的植萃精油、天然扩香，还有持续手机充电线。第1位2691，2691，你的得奖连2691。第2位2121，2121，2121。第3位1135。1135，1135，好，以上3位带着你的得奖联来到两边篮筐后方，待会我们一起来颁奖哦，恭喜你们，谢谢。好，来，我们来确认一下6组来宾都来了没？2两1组哦，2两1组，带着小球来找我们工作人员集合报道。好，现在看到我们两边都有6个板子，待会。 一组一组做 PK，2两1组 PK， 然后其中1位会戴上比尔眼罩，那另1位就是他的指挥官，这样有了解吗？我说明一下哦。所以待会如果是哥哥是兄弟嘛， 哥哥戴着眼罩，然后我们要从中圈出发，然后弟弟就要跟哥哥说往前走，往前走，好，停，来蹲下，捡起来，翻开。如果翻到是金币的，就叫哥哥赶快一样带着它回来放在中间，再来继续往前走。你就我们再继续走。如果翻开不是摸币的，那你这个就放着，赶快再跟哥哥说我们去下一片，这样了解吗？这样了解哈，弟弟懂吗？哦，懂哈，你要指挥哥哥哦，这边都有在听哈。来，戴上眼罩的都是听从指挥的那一位，翻的动作都是由戴眼罩的翻，这样了解吗？所以另一位都不可以碰，只能用嘴巴去引导。来，向前走，向左转，向前2步，然后翻开，好，然后你要跟他说这片我要，好，我们来转身回来，走到中间。好，放完之后，来，我们再往前走，向左向右。好，第2片，哦，这个不是，来放着，再往左转右转，往前走，这一片，这边都有在听哦。好，弟弟 OK 吗？可以哈，哥哥 OK 哈，好，要好好引导啊。那 Momoko。
It's Aaron Yangzhenlei and Jason Huang Tongcao on the Mandarin broadcast. I am Ryan Chen. Thank you for joining us for another Plus League regular season game. This one, an important matchup, though. You kind of be hard-pressed to tell with the way it's been seesawing so dramatically. The Braves, returning home after 2 months away, have a 64-42 point lead. You have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. With the yellow note in the bottom, the Braves breaking the Plus League record for single quarter scoring, and the return to the mean is a very serious thing as they only score 17 points in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the Ghosthawks might have only increased from 20 to 22 points, but their defensive intensity, ball pressure, has definitely been much better, and the Ghosthawks critically only turned the ball over once in the second quarter, and it really was able to slow the pace down against the Braves, or force the Braves to play at a much slower clip. And the Braves, you saw 10 made three-pointers. 9 of those came in the first quarter, so they really cooled off. Damon Brooks, 10 points. Bysov with a couple of made threes, he has 8. Gabby off the bench with 6 points. Perkins, a low-scoring 6-point first half, and Juga Dimic with 5 points himself. The Braves already have 3 double-digit scorers between King, Walters, and Beast. Jeffrey Whitty was 6, Chen Yowei was 6 as well. In the early parts of the game, the Braves were really getting out to the run, rebounding the basketball well, and attacking with numbers, and they do have really good size. It's going to be tough for the Ghosthawks to defend anyways, but in space even more difficult. Nick King started it off the game really hot with a first quarter 13 points, only missing his last shot. He was really leading the charge. But as mentioned, the Braves really show a very big drop-off in concentration and intensity in the second quarter, as they end up only making 6 of 21 shots, and they themselves send the Ghosthawks to the free throw line for 8 free throw attempts. Meanwhile, on the Ghosthawks side of things, they're playing a much more expanded rotation of players without the services of Brendan Fraser and Jimmy Shiatsaonglo. Hopefully, Jimmy's injury is more short-term than long-term, and the performance on the court, at least in the early goings, shows. We'll go to break. The Fubon Angels will take care of you guys in the next segment, and we'll see you in the second half.
才能带回来哦，不是就放掉，不要拿。哦，手气很好哦。来，是吗？是那一片吗？我觉得会不会是比尔的问题啊？比尔带赛哦。哦，小心！哦，到了，对。好，我帮他补救一下。 好，我们让他完成。好，这一片是不是？好，带回来，很好，小心哦。好，掌声送给这一回合的2组，谢谢。我们待会来一起领奖，谢谢你们。来，第3组请上前。来，第三组，请上前。我们把握时间，球员要来练球了。好，这是父子档嘛？父子档，这边也是父女档。好，好，那我们都知道规则哈。好，那请转身，戴上眼罩。好，那我们把它拉上来一些。好，这样可以，哎。好，爸爸帮他拉一下好了。好，这样可以，这样可以。好，请转身哦，来帮他转一下。好，听音乐。
1, 2, ready, go！
来，加油加油！我们用讲话的哦，不拉的哦，爸爸不要拉哦。哦，是哦，第一个很棒，要金币哦，要金币。我们不要比尔，我们要金币。要先看一下是不是。好，这可以考验亲子的默契，还有感情。好，恭喜！好，我们也把这一片带回来。来。好，那我们就一起颁发奖项。来中间。好，我们来后方领奖，谢谢。好，神预测的得主，来神预测的得主，我们来到场中。来，神预测的朋友，好，在这个阶段，我想要邀请到我们，好，我们想要邀请到我们的颁奖人，我们再一次邀请到我们古元宏总经理，我们邀请到古元宏总经理，还有Momoko一起来中间，来，得主们来中间，来，我们来中间合照一张，好，有请总经理一起加入，Momoko、比尔一起加入，好。来 ，Angels 也一起加入好了。来，面向我这边，怎么了？来，向前方，非常可爱。来，好，一起拿。来，2位 Angels 也加入好了。
看完了精彩的上半场比赛之后呢，大家有发现球员身上穿着的就是我们这个礼拜的爱恋粉球衣。可以看一下我们的球衣呢，是从淡蓝一直逐渐渐成来到橙红，非常的浪漫，而且很有活力哦。当然呢，不能错过的就是本周的球衣是球员绰号的限定款。可以看一下我们的丹丹的绰号就是丹丹啊。那像杰哥就是 Beast， 永胜就是国民姐夫。大家可以呢来选择你自己喜欢的球员绰号，烫印上你的球衣。欢迎来到我们的商品部选购。如果你今天不能来，错过了很难过，没关系，在明天也就是3月16号，来到我们的商品部消费满920就爱你，就可以有机会获得我们赛后的勇士球员集全会。赶快来哦，数量有限，错过就不行了。
2025怎么投资最营养？美股牛肉大块，台股香甜旺来，富华每台强档基金，预约投资咨询抽好礼。投资一定有风险，基金投资有赚有赔，申购前应详阅公开说明书。2025怎么投资最营养？美股牛肉大块，台股香甜旺来，富华每台强档基金，预约投资咨询抽好礼。投资一定有风险，基金投资有赚有赔，申购前应详阅公开说明书。
Samsung Galaxy S25旗舰系列。
Easy. Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby, and text it to Luca.
一声指令，跨 App 执行，让神队友帮你。用说的就搞定 ，AI 神队友说了算。 Galaxy S25旗舰系列。
喜欢找你的快乐，所谓这个风格，无可取代全力以赴 Go Water， 极限的祝贺，振奋人心的时刻，无可取代热度毕竟太 Water。
Friday 就像派对，美食飘散着浓厚香味，红的松的漂亮的座位，除了排摊靠让我沉醉，美好的时光不该早睡 ，Don't worry about that， 今天就是 Friday。美食的风格气氛正在堆叠，不用出国信息都变悠闲，朋友都到了，味道太香了 ，Friday 都能待在这里，那就太棒了 ，Fridays。
Start of the second half, the Plus League now has an English Instagram account at P.LEAGUE_EN. Home of the Taipei Fubon Braves, the Heping Gymnasium has a pretty good crowd in the building for the Braves returning home with the first game in a couple months. Getting the highlight packet before we start play again is the Braves' three-point shooting. 9 of 11 three-pointers made, ties a league record that has actually occurred multiple times. And the dangerous thing for the Ghosthawks was King made 3 of 3, Beast made 2 of 2, but 4 other players contributed for the deep ball on the Brave side, wearing a new white Valentine's Day special themed jersey. And notable was the Braves breaking a league record with 47 first quarter points. Now, that being said, the Braves had some serious letdown from first to second quarter as they only scored at 17 points. A 30-point drop would be incredible for a half of basketball, but it happened in the span of just 12 minutes to 12 minutes. Meanwhile, on the Ghosthawks side, to pull the scope back, last weekend was their final regular season homestand, and they lost to the Braves on Saturday, then beat the Steelers, both high-scoring affairs. Overall, they have won 7 games of this really intense stretch where they're on the Plus League schedule many more times than their opponents. So 7 wins is good, but 5 of them came against the Steelers, who only won 1 game this season, whereas against their likely playoff opponents in the Pilots and Braves, not necessarily in that order. Nice counter by Brooks as he gets the scoring for the left-handed putback on the counter. Against the Pilots and Braves, the Ghosthawks only 2 wins and 5 losses in that stretch. Cross screen from Baye. Brooks stays on assignment. Alley-oop, and what a play. Jeffrey Whitty throwing it down. So as much as we compliment the Ghosthawks, Perkins had that one stripped. KJ with good pace, taking a tough pass to Lai Ting, who just stays in bounds. Looking a little crazy there for the Braves. Boy, what a setup as KJ kind of cross screens or back screens for Whitty, and Baye a good feed. Whitty now showing off the touch. Little 13-footer jumper, and the Braves are getting this second half started off the way they want to. Woody with 10 points and 4 rebounds there on the score bug. Baisa countering the action, smacking it off the basket and out of bounds. One thing about the head-to-head series between these two teams, the Ghosthawks have not scored below 91 points, which actually was also a win for them. As Brooks takes it away and passes out of the range of Gumal, and essentially is an unforced turnover. Speaking of which, the Ghosthawks, when they turn the ball over 10 times and under against the Braves, win 3 and 1 loss. Handoff close to the jump as KJ off of his foot and out of bounds. And incredulous, and as is his head coach, Aaron. Brooks going a baseline and finding a lane. He scored both of the Ghosthawks buckets here to start the second half of action. King in the painted air and one. Again, going right at Baisa. Defender that works really hard and is Coach Corner's preferred defender, but close to the basket like such, the hands go down and it's easy pickings. Bonus. Also good for King, who has 18 points. Double screen for Baisa, who dribble counters against it, now launches, and it grazes the rim on the left side. Ghosthawks ambushes the pass. Perkins with a tough clutching layup. Would have been a nice finish. Good counter by the Braves as KJ sees that one in and out. Would he passes to Gumal? Wrong jersey as now with numbers. Baisa tries again, and this time Butter. 3 minutes played here in the third quarter. A 7-7 start as KJ, good timing, faked out his defenders. Downtime off the side of the backboard. Ghosthawks didn't release it in time. One more Brave. Just lost track of time. KJ drafted in the first ever +3 draft. With a low line drive miss. Would he over 2 and overshoots it, but KJ's there to pick him up. Originally a member of the Kings. Came over to help win a title with the Braves. For a while, the Braves were kind of running what the Warriors were doing in a 2-timeline situation. From a plus range, that's off. Interior passing as Perkins taking all the body bumping and will earn himself a trip to the line. Getting a look. The natural lefty always loves to pop his feet up. Isaac Chan in the 5th grade. Baye with his third personal foul. Nick Perkins with 7 points. So far has been perfect from the line. Out of Buffalo, New York, for his college days. Will pick that loose ball up and might have gotten away in a high-flying dunk. Ghosthawks ball pressure and now switching defense leaves Nick King wide open. He doesn't punish them as Whitty almost had his mitts on it. Bad pass to Gabby, and here come the Braves again. Another turnover as things are getting sloppy. No look to Gabby, and look out. Taking a hard foul. I hope he didn't make contact with his face as well. And look, the ball on the floor. And Perkins, the lucky recipient. Getting a look. King trying to swipe down on it, but he might have started a little high. Maybe, I was gonna say lucky that there was couches on that side, but that's for the fans, not for the player. He is in a world of hurt right now as 2 trainers and a coach out to check him out. Well, hopefully everybody gets back to good health as we take a break here in the 3rd quarter. Braves still with the lead over the Ghosthawks.
在这个暂停要来邀请大家跟着富邦 Angels 来动一动。好，掌声先给今天继续加油。来喽，丹丹带着我们这位美女一起动一动，听到什么歌就来跳。来，这位美女一起跟着丹丹动一动，很好很好。来，不要捂嘴巴了，跟着丹丹一起动一动，很好很好。来看看被拍到的朋友，一起动动起来！好，跟着此人来动一动。来喽，这位美女跟着此人动一动。
Another Braves home game will take place tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's the Kaohsiung Steelers in the building. If they're watching the broadcast, then probably not feeling too good about their chances. With the Braves 1 win away from clinching a spot in the Plus League playoff. Now seeding is still TBD. When we last left off, a couple of injured players out on the floor. Gabby, the foul player, Nick King, trying to make a play defensively in transition, was doubled over for a minute. Looks like Gabby's ready to take these free throws. And it will be an unsportsmanlike foul. It appears that King is going to be helped to the Braves locker room. Could be his hands. Could be any number of things with a transition play like that, as Gabby has that one bounce out. There's a lot of sloppy play as you see Gabby actually kicks King in the knee. Like I said, it could be any number of plays as Kumal drives right by Jerry. Josh from the high post. Gabby smacking him in the face. Second team foul for the Ghosthawks. You see those white boxes under the team name. There you see hitting the face. Good pass to Walters, but a weak pass to Josh as he backs down low to Whitney and shoots it off the backboard. Will be a shot clock violation as the Ghosthawks hang on. Talked about how the Ghosthawks are short-handed. Well, in this game, the Braves might have to play at least a stretch with Walters and Whitney. No possible changes with King going to the locker room. Bumal across to Brooks, looking for a pass. How about to Gabby in the right corner, short. Try to chase his own board, and they say the Braves were the one to last touch. Here, I'm calling Beast to try to calm things down. Back to Perkins. Over to Brooks. Shoots it over the top. So close. Trying to counter and good. That's Josh letting it fly from the left side. 78-56 the score as big-to-big action and a foul on the entry pass. Braves trying to argue different kind of thresholds on the two sides of the floor. Ethan Zong flashing on the wing, now cutting across as Bumal runs into Perkins. And Josh just takes away a cookie. Gabby then counters and a left-handed lay. Opportunistic steal and score for the Ghosthawks as they're seeing the deficit right now at 20 points. Bad communication by Josh's teammates to not alert him to another defender coming over. See Gabby's line on the night, 9 points. Dropping in coverage as Mbaye kicks it to Walters, nice and open, and no. Foul on the rebound, Beast. Trying to fly for position, and notably the Ghosthawks, I think understandably, not so happy about the call. I could see Gabby kind of had his arm involved and wasn't taking toward the basketball himself. Beast was the one trying to make a play. That's 4 Ghosthawks foul. Walters trying to go baseline even though there was no space. Beating the shot clock. Josh just short. And a foul on the rebound. Walters with an interesting nickname jersey. You see Gabby grabbing him from behind and preventing Brendan from a chance at the basketball as Gabby's now had 4 personal. Not only the Ghosthawks short-handed with Brendan Frazier out, but Jimmy Shizono is one of the bigs they like to put in rotation, and he is the one with the ankle injury. Josh got a hand on it. They say out of bounds off of, what do we call them? Pink or blue? Off of the Braves. Aaron won't grant a review as Ethan coughs it up. Second bad turnover of the quarter as the Braves start a break and a foul against Mbaye. Ball security starting to become an issue for the Ghosthawks. In the third quarter, already 6 team turnovers. Perkins pays for it with his 4th personal foul. Hanju and Baisa will enter the floor. Hanju or Alex only played 11 seconds last weekend as Mbaye sinks the first free throw. Interestingly enough, the second international student to be selected first overall. Previously, the Lioneers had a chance, but end up not coming to terms, and another team here in Taiwan ended up signing their guy. Excuse the language on the floor. Brandon Smart keeping himself between Walters and the officials, so the word exchange continues. Big Perk at the line with 4 minutes left here in the third, just out. Not an easy night. 3 of 10 shooting for Perkins. After the first one swirls out, the second one climbs in. Time for number 33 to take a break. Mon Brooks in his place. I saw a good denial. The Braves keep motion going on elsewhere. Alex trying to keep up with Beast, allowing a step. No on the 3 as the Ghosthawks come together for a board. A mean move by Zhugadimesh, but he coughs it up. Gosh, down low to Walters, and a little bit too much heat on that pass up close. Looks like we might have a timeout coming up. Not before the referees talk about this out of bounds situation. Presumably there's no foul involved. And they will say Ghosthawks basketball. Ghosthawks break the press. Now facing a 2-3 zone. Swiping foul, presumably against Beast. maybe a little bit on the fingers, but you described that the hands part of the ball. It's kind of a tough argument, tough one to take for the Braves. Not on the line. He's a 58% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Makes 1 of 2. So to be fair, free throw shooting in the Plus League has not been the strong suit. Not in this series. Beast to Josh, relocating to the baseline. That's short. As Smart gives him another chance. Bad passing, and it still is Brave 2 points on the ricochet. Back up to a 24-point lead. Middle to Brooks, puts it up, and no! They say off of White. As, at least from the TV broadcast angle, it looks like supposedly an easy rebound for the Braves. Hesitating, now taking the layup. Beast shows off the legs. As the Braves continue to build on this lead against the Ghosthawks reserves. Walters, another board. Now matched up. There'll be more Braves shot attempts. Doing the double, crossing over, back to Smart. Big rainbow and a swish. Brendan Smart's three-pointer forces the Ghosthawks to a timeout here late in the third quarter. And the skills and experience of Beast taking advantage of a kind of a horizontal driving opportunity, not necessarily vertical. Avoids the defense and avoids getting fouled as well. Don't want to see that for the veteran greatest of all time here in Taiwan. Then delivering a pass to Brendan Smart in his 5th year with the Braves. Was a very efficient 11 points in 9 minutes the last time he played. The second game this season, he's had a 80% true shooting percentage for games with 5 shots or more, free throw line included. Well, the playoff scenario for the last spot, as you see the Braves 8 wins, 8 losses. The Steelers 1 win, 16 losses, excuse me, with 7 games to play. They would have to win all of their games remaining just to equal the Braves win mark as of right now. Now remember, when you look at basketball standings under the FIBA rulebook, you actually want to look at wins, because every win is 2 points. So if a team is 7-7 versus a team that's 5-5, the 7-7 team has more points, so they would have the advanced spot standings-wise. Whereas I know conversations around the MLB, the NBA, you look at the loss column, because you can't make up losses win percentage-wise, which does still hold true, but the fact remains, in games where all teams match up the same number of times, as a bad passing turnover, Beast swallows it up. Easy kick out. Josh with a wide open 3 does not take advantage. tough foul by Smart, trying to deflect that pass. Free throws for Damon. One of the winning conditions, as prepared pre-game, the Braves actually need to score in their games against the Ghosthawks 102 points. Condition number 2, need 24 more assists, and in this game they already have 27, with 14 of them, if you can believe it, coming in the first quarter. And they also need a points in the paint mark of 46. Those can be big man baby hook shots, or they could be fast break layups. They all count the same. And in the first half, they had 22. So that three-point shooting really carried them, as Walters, he tries. Brooks, a shifty move and didn't quite get it in, but have an opportunity at the free throw line. Walters with his 4th personal. Now the Braves, at least for the most part of the second half, don't have the services of Nick King, who seemed to have injured himself, or might have been incidentally injured in a fast break play. You see Damon Brooks, 6 of 15 shooting to get to 16 points. Interestingly enough, in this really competitive head-to-head for the first 6 games, they actually had the lowest free throws per game at 42.5 between the 2 teams. Deflected pass. Jerry was looking for Whitty down low. Brooks to Vugadimic, and I think they count the and one. Jerry stuck in the wrong position. Stuck with the wrong matchup, certainly. But funny enough, with the fewer free throw attempts, you see the arm hook. Not much to say about that one. The Braves 65.6% at the line, and the Ghosthawks 68.5 were both the lows of the 2 teams' head-to-head splits. That means the head-to-head for the Braves against the Ghosthawks, the Steelers, the Pilots was the lowest for the Braves, and vice versa. Now the Ghosthawks trying off a 3-2 zone as Beast from the water logo clanks that one. And that will do. As entering the 4th and final frame of this one, the Braves have a 89-66 lead over the Ghosthawks, just ahead of them in the standings. We'll see about the last 12 minutes if they can wrap this up and get ready for tomorrow's back-to-back.
来哦，待会被拍到的朋友，来跟着郑雅一起送出飞吻。 来，我们在包厢的朋友跟着郑雅一起送飞吻。好，比爱心可以，谢谢你们，很可爱。待会被拍到的朋友，来，这位美女帮我跟着郑雅一起送出飞吻好吗？好，看一下大荧幕，这位美女，好，来，2位一起送飞吻，发现了吗？是你们哦。 来，好像没看到自己上台。2位，好，也可以。来，送飞吻，一起送飞吻给大家，谢谢。跟着某某粉爱你，很好，比爱心，送飞吻，一起送给大家，很好。跟着郑雅一起送飞吻，小朋友，好，爸爸教他送飞吻。来，看一下大荧幕。 送飞吻，谢谢。来，包厢的朋友，挥手，比爱心也可以。好， 好，我们辛苦的工作人员也一起来送个飞吻。好，来送个飞吻。
Plus League 球迷 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 IB Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语。欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。Well, after we wrapped up the last Tainan home games of the regular season, next weekend will be the final regular season weekend for the Braves. But it's a 3-game and 4-night series. There's a bad read by but the Braves still get a shot off the could have been a turnover. Two zone-to-zone coverages. It's deflected off of the Braves. 3.6 on the shot clock. If you're just tuning in, as a bad inbounds pass is going to be numbers for the Braves. And by flying and blowing the layup. I don't remember seeing that too much in his college tape. No look pass. Ghosthawks tries to counter and no luck. Ghosthawks takes a tough shot. The Ghosthawks coming into tonight without the services of Xie Zonglong and therefore choosing to keep or give Brendan Frazier a game off. He's the team's second highest scorer. And another couple of blown looks. How about a third? Damon Brooks going through the contact and in. Oh no, excuse me, that's Nick Perkins down low doing the work. Didn't notice the substitution at some point here in the fourth. Here's the unlucky for Whitney, but unlucky still counts as fouls. Frazier, the second highest team scorer, top assister, also the team high in usage rate, as you could maybe expect. I don't know if this is the most fair example to evaluate the backup guards, as Baisa jumps the pass, and it should be an easy layup for the Mongolian guard. And now the Braves call timeout. They want to talk it over with a 18-point lead, but a 5-0 run for the visiting Ghosthawks. Take a break, grab some snacks, and we'll be back to the Plus League action after this.
Go! 来喽，接好喽！哇吼！听说今天有翼龙电子的好朋友，对不对？特别照顾你们。来喽！ 接好了，小心！
暂停时间到。
So despite the Braves' 3-win, 4-loss home record, they are a much better rebounding team at home at 57.7 rebounds per game at home versus 50.7 on the road, which is actually the biggest difference in the Plus League home and away. Don't forget, fans, that the Plus League's Mr. Popular vote has now begun. Follow the P.LEAGUE official line account to enter in the voting. Mr. Popular vote comes in stages. And one last note about the Braves' home loss splits, as Tainan is pressured and dribbles off a pass. Not literally, but that's what the ball did. But Josh now driving into bad spacing. Short time on the clock. Cross matchup as Mbaye flips up a fadeaway. The Braves are also better in the paint defensively, allowing 37. Blocking foul against Baisa. 37 points at home, which is much less than the 42.4 they allow on the road for their opponents. And they'll look at Braves out of position. And maybe Baisa can put on a few pounds. Save himself for such a tumble. Perkins trying to back down Walters. Taking a 10-footer. Ethan Zhuang finally nails a shot. Not been an easy game for him or his teammates. As Jerry shoots it himself, rebounds it himself. And now KJ will be called for the foul. Definitely excessive of a move on the play. And it's a very good read by the referees that Ethan might have reached his hand in, but KJ was the one that initiated the contact. And he might be lucky to get away with just a verbal warning here. KJ does sometimes have a temper. Dimic from the mid-post, trying to go underneath. Would have been a fancy move, as Braves will start a 3-on-2. English no good, and Jerry amongst 4 Ghosthawks get the benefit of a whistle. Second unit for the Braves. Sans Beast has not necessarily been the best either. KJ bumping Ethan, and a whistle comes. Last season, the Braves had 11 wins, 9 losses at home. Only swept one weekend late in the season by the championship matchup, actually, between the Pilots and the Kings, in that order. He's taking the contact, getting his own board. Shot fake to a block shot. As Braves retain possession. Down low to Witt. He throws it down with 2 hands. Another dunk on the game for Jeffrey Whitty. Second of this half, as Perkins' quick counter 3 is clanked. Walters, quick fire 3, and that's buckets. Walters with his second made 3-pointer of the game. He now has 16. For the Braves have been the early story, as Umau answers right back with a triple of his own. 5 Braves have scored in double digits. KJ sitting at 9 points. Shot fake to a skip pass that reaches the bleacher section. Well, there's a good pass, and Beast finishing off the tic-tac-toe. Meanwhile, on this side, 3 by Walters. I want to see how much he put behind that pass. apiece with 5 rebounds and 3 assists to go with 13 points. Dimic offering up a step-up screen. Baisa dribbling, falling down and getting the lay off the backboard. Compliment the Ghosthawks, as if you look at the second, third, and fourth quarter of the game, a pick by the Ghosthawks and a 2-0 fast break. The Braves not so happy about the no call there. The Ghosthawks won the second quarter by 5 points, as KJ slows it up and misses. They were only down to the Braves by 1 point in the third, as Brooks takes a hard fall. Going the other way, a transition foul. And as of right now, they lead this fourth quarter 14-5. Kind of looks like a 3-on-3 kind of move by Baisa, patient with the ball and eventually finding a layup opportunity. Definitely would understand if the referees want to kind of lower the temperature. Setting up down screens for KJ. He shoots and misses as Whitty came for the long board, shoots it across, and this one should result in free throws. Well, in the stoppage, we say congratulations and props to the East Asia Super League team for a great season. And from all reports, a phenomenal Final Four event this year in Macau Studio City. But once again, it's one of those unlucky fouls that Dimic actually in a bad position, and if that last stat on the scorebook is correct, that is only his first personal foul. Were a few tough games back in Tainan, where he was very unhappy with the calls against him, or the no calls against him. Once again, that's got to be a foul call, as the offensive player is losing his balance and in the air, though obviously as the defensive team, hard one to take, but again, it's kind of unlucky as Dimic is kind of twisting around. He's not taking that contact front on. They just say a common foul and a shooting foul. At least you can flash a good smile. As we said earlier in this quarter, KJ with a chance to be the 6th Brave to score double digits in this contest. Fourth-year player, born out of Zhanghua County. Kind of been all over the place, as he went to Gaoyuan for high school and then Zhenzi University. Anyway, picks Gumal from behind as Walters finished off the fast break. Good body control to shield off the shot blocker. Perkins just runs through Whitty, and that's an offensive foul. Had to take an outside angle, and that's Perkins' 5th. Braves have 3 players so far that might remain as DNPs. Zhang Zhenya, Jian Tingzao, and Cai Wenchen. He's taking a wild shot and almost got it to go as foul on the rebound. Bay Area native Ethan, almost 16.5 minutes played. 4th personal foul. Now, going up against KJ is could be definitely a frustrating experience. Braves are 17 for 22 at the line. Lamar has that one popped up. Not a lot of offense for the Ghosthawks. Jeffrey foul from the side, and it will result in more free throws. So coming to tonight, early in the broadcast, we mentioned how the Ghosthawks in 3 wins and 3 losses were a net plus 12 against the Braves, which is a very small margin given that the basketball score varies. Well, I took the time to look it up, and in season 4, there were 6 series between these 6 teams where there were 4 wins and 4 losses as we listen into Raul Corner's timeout.
We're not getting anything. Post up or speed and pick and roll. 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. Okay. Hey, stay with red, stay aggressive, stay with 50. Okay, hey, keep attacking, keep staying aggressive, but be smart at the same time. We have team fouls. All right, I want that last man all over. I want you to talk to him. Okay, this last man has to be super active. Let's go, fellas, come on, let's go. Team, 1, 2, 3, team, let's go.
Those 6 series were tied at 4 wins and 4 losses. Given that there are 6 teams in the league, that means there should be 15 head-to-head matchups. It was maybe not a 50% majority, but that is the greatest collective. Well, the average margin of those series was actually a difference of 33 points, with the lowest being 17 points. Looking ahead to season 3, there was only 1 series that was tied. That was between the Pilots and the Dreamers. That had an incredibly low +9 difference. In season 2, there were 3 series, but only the Lioneers Dreamers series was close at +7 in those 6 games. The others was +28 and +43. So as it stands right now, if the game were to end with no score change, the Braves would be a net +9. Perkins blocked out of bounds from behind. As Walters coming down to help. The Braves against the Ghosthawks actually averaged 6 blocks per game. It's part of their league-leading 5.4 overall. Come on, Brooks to Gabby, starting a handoff. The buzzer sounds and it just falls out of bounds. Tanzania ended up on the deck. In contrast to the Ghosthawks, who are league low 2.8 blocks per game. Good pressure defense. Out of bounds, they stay off the Braves. Jerry Lee came over with a help D. Perkins driving and dishing as the Braves tug it out of bounds. Looks like Coach Aaron will elect to challenge the out of bounds call. Thinking that they have been pretty reserved about utilizing a challenge earlier in the game. Well, with this opportunity, we'll say that the BCL Basketball Championship League Asia East starts on March 24th in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. With our very own Polyampuyan Pilots going up against NS Matrix, last year's reps in the BCL Asia competition. The Taiwan games will take place April 26th through 30th as the challenges failed. It seems like a silly challenge to me. KJ probably should have communicated his role in that out of bounds. He's standing out of bounds, and unlike baseball, player standing out of bounds is still part of the field. For example, if the runner on third is hit by a foul ball while he's standing out of bounds, well, the ball is called dead and foul. 13 seconds on the shot clock. As Jerry Lee from the right corner, yes. Got the flip flop to go with it. Braves beating the 8-second violation. Down low to Walters and an early foul. Brooks trying to be physical with Walters. This quarter has had 11 fouls between the two squads. No love from the home rim. Walter's trying to improve on his team leading 18 points. So the Braves have crossed the 102-point mark, as we mentioned, one of their winning conditions against the Ghosthawks. Double screen for Gabby. Back to Jamal. He's attacking the gap, putting a funny-footed floater, and that's no good. Jamal's certainly taken some of the smart shots. Has not had that much luck. Spaced out nice and wide. KJ couldn't get the shot off. Gabby with the block. A little bit of energy. He's going to the cup and a finesse finish on the alley. Great sequence there. Tanzania into the game, misses the three-pointer. There's a few Tenza University alums go at it. Look how wide Gabby makes that catch and stays in control. Also, note for the Braves film study that all 5 players were not hustling to their fullest to get back on defense. Chen has joined his teammates on the floor as Perkins rattles in three. Number 24, TJ, is now the signal caller. Bad timing there. And now Walters will swirl out the bunny. Numbers for the Ghosthawks. Gabby shoots it and makes it. It's kind of getting interesting now with 25-13 the quarter score and a 11-point gap. TJ takes to the floor and more diving by the Ghosthawks. Only a jump ball will be called and a kind of a break for the Braves. Game's kind of getting out of rhythm for these tertiary players. Certain Coach Aaron doesn't want to bring in one of his frontline guys with a back-to-back coming up tomorrow. Braves can make up 1.5 games this weekend on the Ghosthawks. And they have more games to play and more chances to move up in the standing as Gumal easily blows past Winston, and the layup is good. It's a single-digit ball game. Do the deep pass as no Braves coming to help, and it will be an 8-second violation. TJ, Mayao have been ice cold. And by that I mean they've seen so little playing time. Anzia and Gentinzal and Taiwan were DNPs in the last game against the Ghosthawks on the road. Again, the Braves have played so few games in the last few months. Where to find game reps. Spread out wide. Perkins faces two, lofts up the three. The way the game is going, the Braves can't be too comfortable. High ball pressure and a double team. And Walters will let it fly, and no. Brooks with the board, up ahead. Umal's got Perkins ahead. How about Jerry? Quick fire three, almost. A little bit of contact as the Braves now try to play keep away. And it looks like Nick Perkins just took his 6th foul. Boy, main shot here and there could have put the Ghosthawks actually within reach of tying up this game. Number 55, Jeffrey Wood, he will try to increase the gap. On the season for the Ghosthawks, there's only been 3 foul outs, and this is Nick Perkins' first. Zhuge Dimich, Gabby, and Gumal Weijia. 3 different games as 2 missed free throws. Maybe there's still action left in the last minute of the ball game. Gumal behind the back, cross to Brooks. He penetrates and pitches. Gabby around the defense, through some contact. Look what I find. Zhuge with the left hand, good! Now pressure defense as Wiggy pops the pass off, up ahead to Walters. He's stopped as Winston slows it up, and a quick take foul by Brooks. Definitely would have, if you're the Ghosthawks, prefer to have seen a foul in the front court if they're gonna foul. Well, on the season, Winston has only attempted 4 free throws and made 3. Braves were stuck at 102 points for quite a stretch. couple of makes, turning the game to a 9-point margin as the Ghosthawks want to catch their breath. Lots of energy left in his tank. Gabby's open on the left wing. He doesn't get the chance. Finally a catch and shoot. He's crashed into, and the made shot. These Braves reserves embarrassing themselves in this rare opportunity, whereas the Ghosthawks have kept at it all game. In a 4-point ball game as KJ with the bad contest. Ghosthawks just getting good penetration from Guimont on multiple tries. And like I said, Gabby was open earlier and in fact took a tougher shot. Lucio free throw, try to go off the backboard. Juga Dimic got the board, he doesn't make it. And the Braves elect to call a player timeout. A missed opportunity actually was Juga Dimic getting 2 hands on the basketball. In his defense, there was a decent bit of contact. So the Ghosthawks just a point off from their average here at Taipei Hooping Gymnasium.
Rebound the ball, rebound the ball. We lose this up. Let's go.
In the look at the scramble defense, and the referee, you see, raised his fist right away. Being that KJ stands at 185 centimeters against a 195 jump shooting Gabby, that's a overzealous contest. And from what we've learned of the lift principle, the shorter player cannot contest a taller player unless he has better athleticism, or he blocks him from behind, or he fouls him. Braves play keep away as there still be a 1 second difference shot clock to a game clock, which would virtually ice the game. Winston takes a tough scoop layup, and the ball will bounce out of bounds, and the virtual end of the ball game. The Braves do come away with a victory, but the Ghosthawks, I think, can hold their heads high as they played a much better second, third, and fourth quarter. Though you take the embarrassment with a record-performing offense in one quarter, but give the home squad a scare and maybe some things to think about before tomorrow's game against the Steelers. But the Braves, bigger picture, clinched a playoff spot. Now it's just a matter of seeding for the rest of the way. 104-98 is the final score, as on the Mandarin broadcast, Jason and Aaron will figure out who will be the player selected for the post-game interview. On the Ghosthawks side, funny enough, they get 6 players scoring in double digits, with 3 tied at 17 points. Gabby was able to do so in 20 minutes, 40 seconds. And by the end of the game, only 2-point shooting and a 10 free throw misses are the offensive blemish. Beast is on the microphone as Jason will conduct our post-game questioning.
成功抢下了季后赛门票，现在心情可不可以跟大家分享一下？
我觉得其实我们今天上半场打得不错，可是到下半场有点可能分数赢多了，大家在心态方面可能有点松懈，不管在防守、进攻都一直都没有找到上半场的节奏。然后我希望 就是下半场可以让我们就是明天的比赛可以汲取教训，然后每一节都可以这么专注在每一节的内容里面。
好，那上一次你在这边出赛的时候，已经是去年12月29号的时间了。那回归来到球队里面来第2场的比赛，今天也是拿出了不错的表现，包含到3个3分球，尤其在第1节的时候，弧顶位置投进3分球，帮助球队破了联盟团队单节的最高得分。自己有没有一些想法？
就是很开心吧，然后自己受伤这么久时间，然后回到主场，然后自己也恢复的算不错，然后也很努力在训练做一些调整，然后今天是打了第2场比赛，然后也开始慢慢的找到比赛的节奏，然后希望可以越来越好，帮助球队，就是后面的主场都可以胜利。谢谢大家。
今天球队是粉爱你主题周，现场有非常多的球迷。杰哥能不能跟球迷朋友们来说一些情话或者是祝福的话？
简单一点，粉爱大家。
掌声送给杰哥，也请杰哥在我们的镜头上面留下签名。
Well, thanks to Jason conducting the post-game questioning for Beast.
来，那我们有请杰哥先来中间，我们先来进行签名球。
We'll wrap things up after the following break. The Braves victorious here in Game 37 of the regular season.
那大家也别急着离开哦，我们待会还有准备4颗要来留给现场，留到最后的朋友们。好，那我们请第1位朋友先来，杰哥帮我颁发给他。来，先看我们的官方摄影。好，谢谢。来，第2位朋友。现场的朋友，双手举高，林志杰，林志杰。谢谢杰哥对 Angels 的厚爱。好，我先请富邦 Angel 冷静，先来中间，先来中间。来，我们中间留个位置给粉丝朋友来合照。来，大家先留在现场。我们跟 Angels 合影的朋友先来到前方。来，有2位，手机帮我打开相机模式。好，那中间帮我往中间。来，稍等一下，我们直接先进行粉丝的部分。来，我们粉丝结束再来进行合照。好，带着此人的告白情书吗？来看，来稍等一下，我们看他的手机，要看。
A final here from Taipei Hoping Gymnasium, a long-awaited return of the Braves. There's the final combined team statistics. The Braves take the game 104-98, beating the league record for quarter scoring in the first quarter. And unlike the game where they came back on the Steelers down by 23 points after the first quarter, the Braves turned that game around to win by 9 points. And the Braves actually overcoming a couple of very big margins set by teams in the Plus League after the first frame. The Ghosthawks were leading the Steelers by 24 points and eventually won by 25. And probably an indicator that the Braves still have a long ways to go in terms of team chemistry, focus, and intensity out on the floor. Looking ahead, the Braves take on the Steelers right now in a role of playing spoiler for playoff seeding. And that will do it for our broadcast. On behalf of Aaron Yang Zhenlei and Jason Huang Tongcao, I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.